The Atlanta Falcons have a quarterback that gets it done with the ball in his hands in the last 2 minutes to either win a game or send it in the overtime. Since he's been in the league in 5 years, Matt Ryan, 18 game-winning or fourth-quarter drives to win football games. He is the best in the league at doing so.
And that sets up our first matchup here, Sterling. The Oakland Raiders visiting the Atlanta Falcons. And I saw the Falcons live last week against the Redskins, and I'm a believer in the Falcons, in large part because I'm not sure how you take one of those weapons away on offense.
That's the way you felt watching the football game. Imagine how difficult it is if you're playing in the game, and I can't do it justice. I'm going to let Tony Gonzalez tell you how he caught 13 passes against the Redskins.
I will tell you this. I mean, when you got guys like Roddy and Julio outside, and you saw anytime we threw the ball deep over the middle to him, there was 2 and 3 guys around him. That means that I'm getting man-to-man coverage underneath. So if I can get man-to-man coverage, then I should be able to get open most of the time. This is what we envisioned as an offense at the beginning of the season is you never know who's going to get it week in and week out, and that's the beauty of having those type of receivers outside.
When you look at Tony Gonzalez, he understands how this Atlanta Falcon offense wants to play. Whatever you decide to take away, the Atlanta Falcons have a way that they can get it done. I mean, here's Roddy White down here, Julio Jones down here. And, Sean, go ahead and roll it for me a little bit because I want to show you. Freeze it right there. First of all, that's Tony Gonzalez. And if you want to double Tony Gonzalez and you want to double Julio Jones with a safety coming down the middle of the field, then Roddy White and his 8 catches for 169 yards in this game going to run a comeback. Freeze it right there, Sean. That right there is wide open in the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. One in transition. Roddy White comes back. Beautiful throw and catch on the sideline. Love what I saw in this football game. So for the Atlanta Falcons and for me, Donovan McNabb, how do you want to defend them? Because whatever you decide to do, they seem to have an answer. I like the Falcons.
Well, they seem to have an answer, but I don't think the Oakland Raiders have that answer for them. They've seemed to have problems in their secondary, and they just haven't made plays, and they've given up a lot of big plays downfield, 17 pass plays over 20 yards in the previous 5 weeks. Now, if you take a look here, they have man-to-man coverage looks. You know, not blitzing anyone. The safety here, I don't know what he's doing. He's leaving his guy on the island, which leads to, big plays here from Phillip Rivers over to Meacham. And that's something that they've been doing all season. Take a look here. The same thing. Safety being out of the play. I don't know. He's reading eyes. He's confused. Leaving his guy on the island, which leads to big plays in the passing game, and something we've seen all season so far from the Atlanta Falcons. You have Julio Jones. You have Tony Gonzalez, who we've seen last week had a great day. Yeah, but Harry Douglas may be up for a big day this week.
Versus the Oakland Raiders secondary.
Baldy, I mean, I like the Atlanta Falcons, and I know you do too.
Well, I like the Falcons, and I believe in the Falcons now, especially seeing them live. But I got to say this. If you want to say, how do you defend the Falcons' attack, maybe play keep away. And so if then I said to myself, okay, if you want to play keep away from Matt Ryan and his, his assortment of weapons, maybe Darren McFadden needs to have a big game.
Okay.
Except Darren McFadden just doesn't look like the guy that we think he is. He's only had 2 runs out of his 57 this year, over 10 yards. Here's the opening game of the season, the first quarter of the opening game of the season. So what they want to do, get the ball to McFadden, right? So look at the separation he has here between the closest defender. He's got a lot of green in between right here. So you think McFadden, this is a game-changing type guy. I ask you, Sterling, right here. How many of you yards you think McFadden's going to get with that defender right there chasing him?
That's to the house.
That's to the house?
That's to the house.
Well, I thought it might go to the house here, too. Except, you know what? I better save myself for the season.
Wow.
I'll take an 8-yard gain right there. Now, here's a play that is perfectly blocked for the Raiders. Weak side ISO lead. Freeze it. All right, here's the fullback on Koamisi. He's got an alley here, and he's got an alley here. All right, he's got 2 places to go. How many yards do you think he gets on this run?
I give him 15.
All right, 15 yards? Nah, you know what? I'm going to take Koamisi on, and I'm going to power him. I just think right now that Darren McFadden is not the guy that we think he is or was, and he has to be against, I think, the Falcons this week for the Raiders to have a chance. I see the Falcons right now continuing their winning ways.